money for as many operator buys as DarkZero did. But Sky here with Duck, I expect to be the key factor to challenge the Screwface properly.
And this is something a little different as that Recon Bolt gets taken down. Looks like the team for Cosmic Divide queued up out towards B, but it's actually the toxic screen being held onto by Anderson thus far. So maybe he has different plans for the Viper utility in that as a cloud burst. And two players pushed up towards B. The spike rotating though, and so is DarkZero. It's only Screwface to hold it down on A right now.
That's going to give now a lot of opportunity for Cosmic Divide. And Suya, by the way, is going to buy a bit more time. I hope he will buy more time as well. That's what these just need to be looking for. At this point as well, with the low rotation coming through from Ange, yeah, he sees everything as well. Screwface takes a lot of damage and a heal comes in as well.
The flash there, so that Recon Bolt going to get heaps of value. As Suya is kind of being that thorn in the side here, trying to be that lurker, pushing up. Now buying, again, a lot of attention. That spike is rotating back. 3 players for DarkZero. Stand just outside of mid, just under that boiler position. Inox is able to find the first kill on the round here in map 2. Armin hops on the board to even the odds. Sherms is going to get that spike planted, and Inox is still here, and it's going to be a 1 HP Kohler to swing out as the decay comes down. Inox will fall as well. Now Suya privy to this, so it's back and forth for 2 kills. As that spike continues to tick down, DarkZero on the retake.
Oh, HP for Harmon, though, but really, to me, it's Screwface that has the angle to work with. Depending on the time, it could be really good Harmon onto Germ, so the numbers for Cosmic Divide starting to dwindle pretty quickly now. At least the last 2 are pretty healthy. Ange has an idea of where a couple of members could be with Screwface and Harmon, especially Harmon on 3 here. Will be a defuse. Give that over to Harmon, and now, how many ticks is that on the ult? 4? 4 out of 8?
And that is the best way, right? If you're not going to feed the orbs on over, you feed the kills, you feed the diffuses, and yeah, 4 out of 8 here for Harmon. I am interested though, right? Because on paper, you have the ultimates going into the bonus. Why not use them, right? We didn't get that on Ascent. That's when they had the lockdown available. They were close to some other ultimates, but instead they opted into just playing the bonus out like a normal round. I wonder if we see that change here if DarkZero picked this one up.
It's going to be a force from Cosmic Divide, so this will be very interesting. Marshall challenging Marshall. Giovanni holding onto the Marshall for now, so that's a bit different considering Suya is on board. How quickly does Cosmic Divide realize what's going on, though? There's not a lot of armor.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, right? Is in this force, you're really only guaranteed light armor if you're on that losing end of things. You see 2 players already taken off the board. Asuya hops on there with only a stinger's only good for 1. Now Giovanni running back is going to have to answer to Anderson, and well, completely unaware from knife to rifle or Spectre weapon swap. Can't get it out in time. DarkZero net their second.
That's going to slow their gun round down by an extra round now. Cosmic Divide will have to fully force, and I say fully, sorry, fully save here. I say fully save, but it will be upgraded pistols. Minus Duck so far. DarkZero should be comfortably looking at a 3-0. It's a good farming round for ultimates as well, where this is where you really want to accelerate Harmon a little bit more. The best timing possible is to get 2 more ticks on Harmon's ultimates through kills or orbs or defuses. Minimum. If he gets 3, obviously he's got the ult, but if he's 7 out of 8, then we look towards a Hunter's Fury timing for the gun round.
And I was questioning the bonus, but might not even get there. Inox finds the first onto Screwface. Nice kill to kick things off. Anderson looking to trade something back, but there's the trade. The buddy system, the trade angles, they're all there for Cosmic Divide as DarkZero. They're still up in terms of weaponry. Should be 1 Spectre picked up. Go the opposite way. This could be another tally added to that thrifty board. Nano Swarm's going to be used. The Trailblazer comes around the corner. Kohler stopped in his tracks. The wall goes down due to the spike. There's only 1 kill netted. It's still 2-player lead here for Cosmic Divide, and it's another weapon to be picked up. It's a completely unexpected Harmon. Asuya nets another kill. Now Ange is in for a very tall task.
Yeah, this is falling apart so quickly for DarkZero, where tall task is, at this point, a bit of an understatement. At least he's got a little bit of util remaining. It's just no time. Far too many players to get through. There'll be upgraded weapons now on the Cosmic Divide side. A wall will be somewhat helpful, but I think Ange knows it's kind of done for.
maybe looking for... Okay, just exits. Gonna go down to the spike here. Has heaps of credits. And maybe try and strip some of the weapons that were retrieved. Cosmic Divide. They don't give it to him, but I think we still tally up a thrifty there. It was just upgraded pistols across the board.
Yeah, I mean, that's a brilliant round for Cosmic Divide. It's a thrifty in the fact that they won the round, so it's a recovery from the fact that they forced on second, failed the force, but then won an eco. So we're back to a notion of normality now. They've made the purchase up. Giovanni's on a Spectre, that's whatever. Screwface has an operator. So this is the other timing that I didn't mention yet, but is very important to note. We got a round 4 timing for a Screwface operator, and that's going to be dangerous because this is also the first gun round for Cosmic Divide, the first proper gun round, and facing up against an operator is going to be dangerous. The good news is they're not playing into it just yet.
They've managed to avoid, which we were talking about. It's going to be one of the toughest things to do. But the Trailblazer doesn't spot it out just yet. Having been pushed this far up towards B, though, kind of tells you that the operator should not be here unless it's posted out towards Snowman. So we'll see if they can gather some more information. But for right now, Cosmic Divide kind of stumped in where they want to head as the Viper screens are going to be traded out towards B site, but that spike still hovering around towards mid.
Patient round. And that's the exact kind of round that Screwface needs, because now everybody will be feeding into his line of sight. So he's on 125, hoping that somebody comes over towards Belt. He doesn't have the angles down bottom lockdown, but I guess there's a wall there. We'll have to call over some reinforcements fast. There's an opportunity for a flank as well. Harmon already has mid control. They know it's got to be committing somewhere. Now they know it's A.
Ooh, and the guiding light over the top of Inox there allows Inox to stay alive for just a bit longer, as the decision on who to shoot was the wrong one. Screwface 0 for 2 here in op shots as that spike goes down. So creeping up on the rafters, looking for something, spots the body of one, but Giovanni able to stay alive again. Finally, something lands. 1 for 4. Screwface hops on the board. Anderson going to be there as well. Viper for Viper. We go down to that post plant just a bit weaker, but the kill's traded right back. It's Suya, it's Giovanni, it's the Blades online. It's the up shot, though, for Screwface to start to turn the odds once more. The spike goes halfway. Now it's all up to Terms here to try and shut down 3. But speaking of 3, exactly how many Anderson picked up on the round, and DZ will grab their third.
It's a rough situation, though, for, who am I talking about? Giovanni here, who had actually Resurrection available, because you're thinking about this round where we have guns up. It's actually pretty reasonable numbers to work through. If you can get a res in, it's playable, but there's just no good opportunity. All the bodies are kind of in open positions where they can just get sniped again or killed again. So just no opportunity to get a good res, and that would have perhaps been the difference maker, but just 2 under pressure. DarkZero, where initially it was going to be hard for Screwface to find value on the operator because everyone was going B. When Cosmic Divide come back towards A, Screwface finds his value. He gets those 2 kills.
Ooh, Kohler looking to go for 2. Sprays the entire mag. And only finds 1, but quite a bit of damage. And a couple of members as well as the heal comes through. The decay to fall as well. Anderson playing on the opposite side, just out towards mid. That spike looks to go down. Anderson trying to find another 3K as Screwface sneaks one away. Only 1 remains. It's Harmon to use the Bulldog to find the kill onto Inox. DZ back again for another win, and a flawless one at that.
Yeah, perfect flank coming on through as well. Anderson had the angle to work with, and it's a perfect round to farm up the rest of your ultimates. So everyone's got one online now except for Ange. 6 out of 8, 2 away. It's fine. Playing supporting role onto a Sage.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll get there. An orb and a kill or a defuse will find it for you. It's Cosmic Divide that are much more hurting in that department. That being said, they're not too far away from some of these ultimates. This is going to be a full buy-up, and if they lose this round, things are going to be really tricky. So Cosmic Divide really need to get some momentum back, and they need to get this round underway.
Now with that Viper's Pit, they taken off the table, kind of makes it a little less desirable to head that way. And with that, the operator playing over towards B site. So now both of them looking fairly scary as to play out towards mid. The turret will fall. It gives the information that at least one is playing up towards that kitchen area inside the tube as Kohler still holds it down out towards mid. Shots come through, not gonna land. The creep up there, Screwface finds a shot onto Churms, and again, you can always expect Screwface to find one, and well, he's done it here early in this round.
Well, I mean, they used the recon to, well, the drone to try and push Screwface off, but the issue is they never really took control of B main. So Screwface just went back on the angle, so here we go. Guarding Light will attempt to do the same thing. Yeah, it's just another kill. Churms comes back, but Duck instantly falls, so it's still a net zero game.
Screwface still alive, looking for more. Not able to find it there. Will be forced to back away. Has the blades. Should he need them, but 49
no
HP.
Dash.
Reload comes through. So yeah, gonna fall. Giovanni and Inox able to hop on the board. It's Screwface down. It's the operator no longer to worry about. And now the clock has become a problem as Inox evens the odds. A 2v2. Leads for an easy plant on the site. And that Viper's Pit gonna make this a whole lot more desirable on the retake. Less desirable, excuse me.
And Enox found, by the way, this ultimate on this particular round. He entered the round 6 and 7 with that extra kill as well. Ange by himself. And this is where you wish Ange had the res. And, oh, man, just not going to be able to find any timings. So the operator will now go over towards Cosmic Divide. And for DarkZero, the one ultimate that they lacked is the one I think they needed the most.
Yeah, that is, that's tough. Screwface, it's one of those moments where, what can you do? You just throw your hands up, right? You did so much. The resurrection kind of nullifies what you were able to do. And then with the rotations coming in just a bit late, and Inox on a good position to find the one player that was still locking down the B site, finds that kill, allows for an easy spike when the clock, I believe it was 13 seconds ticking down once that spike finally was planted. So you buy a bit more time if you're DarkZero, and obviously that round ends differently. Either way, Cosmic Divide find their second. They cut the lead in half now as they trail by 2. Screwface is back on A with the op.
The good news for DarkZero is because they had 4 rounds, right? They got so much money to play with. The biggest issue there was that he just didn't have his dash available. I think he already used his dash for a peek over towards B main and then just didn't respect the rest of Cosmic Divide strolling on through, so he was stuck behind. It's going to get taken down, and then DarkZero couldn't bring numbers back in as Enox found, obviously, his Viper's Pit on the other side of the map. So you're looking to challenge, though. So operate on both hands, and funny enough, the operator in Suya's hand was the one that belonged to Screwface the round prior. So do they want to challenge properly for this, or are they going to start rotating out? Because here comes the Toxin screen over towards its default position on B.
And the Trailblazer are used as well. Suya go wide on a shot. The wall used to try and stop the push. And DarkZero, again, doing a pretty solid job playing with the clock here. Screwface not going to miss this time around. 1 for 1 here on op shots as Inox falls. That's the spike down as well. Hunter Shuri from Churms trying to clear out the angles, trying to make sure that Screwface can't find another. Well, guess what? He did just that. A 2 for 1. Make it a third as he dashes away. Screwface gets it done, takes matters into his own hands, has the shots. He angled the trajectory, but unfortunately couldn't hit the mouse one. But a wall up, a spike down, and the clock ticking. Duck has nowhere to go.
At best, Duck can find the operator from Suya here and try and recover it, but doesn't know that on the other side Anderson is lurking, so best thing to do is just to stay still. DarkZero should have retrieved the operator. There it is. Ange picked it up. We'll give that over to Screwface again, so they save themselves from having to make an expensive purchase. And once more, you challenge A. This time you bring your own operator. Suya loses to Screwface and can't maintain the line control. And Cosmic Divide still trailing by just way too many rounds, and this is going to be a hurtful round as well. They have a hero rifle on Duck so far, assuming he'll stay on towards it. They have a little bit of money to play with to try and upgrade pistols, but because their loss bonus got reset, they can't afford anything else.
And this is a tough map to find. Oh, Toxic Screen really only going to cut off mid there. Not going to get a whole lot more value as the Guiding Light goes through. Finds a blind on his own teammate there. Ancient Harmon going to hop on and, well, right into the meat grinder as a flawless round just around the corner. But, of course, Sidecaster curses. Churms finds one, looks for the next. Instead, it's Ange to find 3 on the round. And, I mean, I guess that was the play. Just run it down for Cosmic Divide.
I don't mind that. I think that's actually quite a creative play. The Toxin screen itself cuts off any potential for players in spawn or, you know, Snowman on B to stop the rotation. They go for a mid to A play, which is quite rare. You'd never really see teams go mid to A. So they're trying to catch Cosmic Divide, or rather to catch DarkZero off guard. But The issue there is I think the toxic screen is a bit of a double-edged sword. It prevents you from getting, shot from behind, but also it gives a lot of information over to say that, hey, I think they're making a play in mid. Sure enough, DarkZero, they see the play coming through screens, they spray everyone down. That's all that needs to happen.
Now this time with the setup towards B, not so much of a fake, as all 5 are queued up here for Cosmic Divide. An even half is the best they can find. This is a good place to get it done. Guiding Light goes through. Seekers to follow. So yeah, looking to find something on the other side of that default position. Wall should be going up, and the spike should be planted, but this time in a different spot here. You can't spray through the Radiant Eye boxes. Harmon spots out too, takes a bit of damage before opting in into the Owl drone. The lockdown should force everybody away, and it's right into the open arms of Screwface. Finds the first. Looks to go good for some more as the recon bulk gets the tag onto 2. They have all the information. Now they just need to make plays off the back end. And there it is. The 2-player spray down. Ainge goes big. Kohler on the board for 2, as well as DarkZero will net a 7.
So that was so patient from DarkZero as well. They had the opportunity, so from Kohler's POV, maybe spray down the wall, prevent the plant from coming on in, and that's a pretty viable play. But what they decided to do instead is just, hang on, chill out, just put that lockdown into place. We'll have the retake properly. We have multiple angles to work through. We have control on Orange. We're coming through from Snowman. We even have Screwface on the big flank over towards attacker spawn as well, which ends up paying some big dividends for a free kill towards Duck. So a 3-angle approach on the retake plus a lockdown, and DarkZero just choke out all life for Cosmic Divide on that post plant, where now, speaking of being choked out, I mean, they're choked out for cash as well. Their wallet's been emptied. At least they're on a bit more of an actual loss bonus to get them some upgraded weapons. So there's going to at least be an SMG and a Marshall. But you don't feel good if you're a Marshall versus an Op.
No, not at all. And at this point in the game where DarkZero are at, with that Marshall, you have to find a headshot. Sure, the chip damage is nice, but if you want to try and turn the tides, you need to be popping grapes and finding those for sure kills. So we'll see if that does come through. It is a bit more difficult. Okay, this is interesting. The toxic screen used towards A, but all 4 players and the wall going to be used here at B. So the spike goes down, and I mean the rotation very late here from DarkZero.
Yeah, so it ends up being DarkZero being kind of baited by the fake being sold on Cosmic Divide side. Enox dropping down the toxic screen. This is going to be a full retake. The good news is you are full retaking into pretty poor weapons. This is actually where the Marshall might find some value. It's on the hands of Giovanni. Giovanni's going to have full sight lines over towards into, what is that, Snowman? Now he'll get caught out. That's beautiful from Screwface, just running in.
Right in there. The right clicks. Anderson right behind as well to make sure the spike gets diffused with 1 player remaining. It was Inox. It was on the opposite side of the map. Was able to make it hurt for 1, but not a second. And I mean, they were late on the rotation, but they were quick on the defuse there. Another round of DarkZero.
Now another timeout here as well. Cosmic Divide need to start thinking about how they want to approach their very important buy round. There's only 2 rounds left in this half, which means it'll be a full buy into a force if they lose, or into another full buy if they actually win this round. But they need to rescue it. I'll say this right now. For this map, or any map really, you need to be finishing here ideally 4-8. So they need to win the next 2 rounds. If they finish 3-9, it's not impossible, but that's a very difficult comeback. If they finish 2-10, forget about it. It's done. A 2-10 finish here for Cosmic Divide is really not workable. Look, they can make a 7-12 comeback, but a 2-10 comeback, that's a mountain to climb, and far too high to climb as well.
Yeah, and not to discredit Cosmic Divide as a whole, I feel like any team at that point, it puts so much pressure on your shoulders. If you go down 10-2, you have to win that pistol. And we know that Cosmic Divide, they're not afraid to force, of course, but you have to win that pistol at 10-2. If you don't, you're really looking at what is the end of the game. If you save, it's going to be 12-2 before you can even buy. So yeah, a big couple of rounds coming in.
Series is going to pop ult this round, so they don't have enough money to buy everybody. Now this is the way you can cheat with Jet in the economy is every now and then your Jet's just going to have a free gun, so make the most of that. I still have to play against the fact that there is an operator on Screwface, plus there's resurrections on both sides, and well, this is where Cosmic Divide now have to think about, do we go for this res or not? And to be fair, even if they go for the res, I mean, the knives have been spent. There's actually no gun you're resing back into play.
Yikes.
And, well, insult to injury. Xenox trying to lurk on the opposite side of the map from his squad and just couldn't get it done this time around. Screwface spots him out, takes him down, and it looks like not only will the sight hit happen, the kills get traded back and forth. Duck still alive. The resurrection now completely off the table. It looked like they weren't going to use it either way. Now Duck needs to come up huge here for this squad again. 8-4 is what you're shooting for here. Spike goes down. Duck will look to take a post-plant position, but there's really nowhere to go here. As a spray through the box, spots out 2 members, and Harmon through the wall is able to close it out. 9-3, now the best that Cosmic Divide can hope for. And, well, I mean, we saw their economy coming into this one.
Yeah, they're going to be kind of screwed here. A forced buy into whatever they can afford, really. So, maybe some guns, but no util. Again, expensive util. And Duck really wish he had a couple more flashes or something. They actually have a lot of ultimates, so Enox is one away anyway, so they can potentially have 5 ultimates here, which is going to be really important. So what you want to do is probably give the spike to Enox, let him plant. He earns a Viper's Pit off the back of that, and suddenly you're in. If they can get a plant going, I can see Cosmic Divide actually still winning this, just due to the fact that they have so many else to play with, but they have to get past Screwface. That's number 1. That's easier said than done as well, especially the fact that DZ still have a res available.
Very quick on taking that dart down as well, so it doesn't give up too much. As the blades actually weren't used, they were hung on to, but it doesn't matter. Suya the first to go as Giovanni trades it back. Screwface hops on the board. There's the resurrection. We go ult for ult for ult as the lockdown gets destroyed. The Hunter's Fury used as well. Now the only ult for Cosmic Divide are those blades online. Inox has netted the Viper's Pit, but unfortunately it comes in the worst way, that being death. And Anderson, a heads-up play right there. Equal in firepower and doesn't go for a fight mid. Just takes a shot, runs away.
That's the worst play to die, by the way. Cosmic Divide may lose the round now just because they have lost Enox. That's both their smoker and also the person that has the best post-line ultimate. Now they can't even get past mid. Let's trade over towards that area of the map. Can they make a mid to A play? That has to be their hope because that's also where Duck is.
Ooh, I mean, we just keep going back and forth, but now Giovanni, the last player standing, has to walk down. The operator actually knows exactly where the operator is. Is going to head the opposite way. Heal available in 8 seconds. Oh, this is rough. Screwface swaps over. 12 health is just enough. The spike to go down and 1v1 to ensue.
Oh, Screwface hates that because that could have been a kill. Like 1 tag at any point. Oh my goodness, and Giovanni finds a clutch. Are you kidding me? Wow, 4K for Giovanni there. The self-heal could not have been better timed. And they just get enough trades, just barely enough trades for all the escapades on A and also mid to make that possible. And Screwface missing a crucial couple of shots that, again, 1 tag on a 12 HP, Giovanni would have done it. Not quite, and that round will slip away. It's still not quite salvaged for Cosmic Divide. It's barely there. It's at 3-9, which means you've escaped complete disaster. You are still out of the frying pan and into the fire here.
You get a bit more off the back end. It's not the 8-4 that you were hoping for at one point, but it's also not the 10-2. So it's, I mean, you take a look at the scoreline, and I'm surprised, or even at the leaderboards there, that kill feed, I'm surprised we are where we are, right? It was, I mean, it seems so oppressive for DarkZero in terms of kill. Screwface leading the squad. Now looking to continue to do so as it's early utility pop there. One-way smoke. Zanderson has tossed out the toxic screens. The Owl Drone going to look to clear things out as well. And this still a very important pistol round for Cosmic Divide to pick up.
Yeah, they have to pick this one up. Cosmic Divide cannot lose this. If they lose this, they have to force. So no matter what, the next few rounds need to go their way. They have a reasonable amount of control here, and this is kind of perfect because they have Toxin Screen. Colin needs to win this 1v1, otherwise things are going to get really difficult. And they're just losing all over the place. DarkZero.
Oh, the right clicks. The RNG not going to go anybody's way just yet, but Anderson is there to get Ainge out of dodge. Now Duck takes some damage through the wall. The Sage is still alive, but I would imagine that heal has already been used, and with 2 remaining, ooh, the wall goes up. You're running out of time as Anderson finds one Ainge to close it out. 10-3 the scoreline. Just like you said, Avril, if you're Cosmic Divide, I mean, you're no stranger to it, but you probably got a force here.
And the more important question is, like, how do you execute the force? And when I say execute the force, I'm talking about, like, how do you find value here? So double Marshall, okay. I'd like to see Giovanni and Enox maybe play. Part of me feels like playing two Marshals together feels pretty good, because then you can just both take the same line. You can guarantee a kill, but they're going to spread it across two different areas. That's fine as well. 3 sheriffs for the other 3 members. Some armor into play. Now, what do you actually do with this? Do you try and push up? They seem like they might want to get aggressive. See that the flash should come on through, but it's Enox that has to do all the work now. It's Marshall versus everybody, and they know there's a Marshall up now as well, so DarkZero can definitely look for ways to play against this.
And shots through. Enox not going to find anything there. Screwface just going to march forward. Stinger in hand. Looking to play the off-meta gun, and well able to find the off-meta kills there. Enox up close and personal. Able to find one to the side of the head of the Jet. So free kill will be taken as another one comes through. The Marshals starting to ring true. They're finding their targets. And they're finding the frags. Now DarkZero down a player. Again, Cosmic Divide working against the clock. Anderson with the Phantom here in round 2. Able to find the first. Looks for a second. Able to get it. The spike goes halfway. Now it's all up to Suya, who doesn't stand for much longer. 11-3 off the back end of a 4. I mean, are they just going to force for the rest of the game?
I don't see a way for them to come back. Now, there's the crowd of people that say, it's like, oh, well, you know, why don't you save and then let DZ get 12 and then you come back for the next round. But you can't let DarkZero get 12, and they're probably going to get 12 whether you like it or not. But I guess the long and short of it is, yes, Tanner, they do have to force every single round now. It's 4 Marshals plus 1 operator, plus 1 sheriff rather, which means at least now they can maybe double up Marshal angles to guarantee some more damage. It's the best hope they've got. Cosmic Divide really now backs against the wall.
You got to commend the effort. They battle down to the very last round. Screwface again with the Stinger is going to take some damage. Suya trying to find something there with the Sheriff. Unfortunately, doesn't have the shots on the angle as that spike goes down. The retake once more, 2 and 2. Yeah, I mean, you got Marshals. You got 4 of them. It feels almost impossible. You have to counter strafe and click heads here. You can't even sight in, and Anderson still has a Phantom coming out of round 2, so a guiding light. Try and clear out the corner. Anderson finds a second, make it a third as Duck trades things out with the classic in hand. Looks to find Screwface, finds a tag, not the frag. As Duck, the last one standing here, and 12-3, make it 13-3 here very, very soon for DarkZero.
Yeah, the only way Cosmic Divide could even hope to win that round is to get enough kills early on before the plant comes on through, or maybe even prevent the plant coming through altogether. As soon as the plant comes on, you can't win that round anymore. Retaking with 4 Marshals is pretty much impossible. You can't do it. I mean, retaking with snipers in general is just way too difficult to do, and Marshals is just not a good enough gun. Yeah, it's hopeless. So Cosmic Divide now forcing further. This will be the last time they can do it, assuming that the round does end the way we think it will. DarkZero have way too much to work with, and they have the only ultimates available as well, including a res. Oh, no, maybe not a res.
Ainge finds the first. Some damage through the wall, though. I'm sorry, Suya finds the first. There's Ainge to go down. Harmon and Anderson looking to close things out here, though. Not giving up anything as Churms grabs one. Not alive for much longer as Duck was the last. 13-3. The fate here on Icebox says DZ close things out 2-0 and move forward to the grand finals.
And this is what I kind of feared would happen in Cosmic Divide's camp as well, where they would just fall prey to Screw